We are looking at, what time is it? It is 2:08 p.m. Friday, February 3rd. And I'm going to quickly show you how to use the software and quickly show you how to do a trigger trade. And we're here on Thinkorswim's website. Let me show you the home screen real quick. There's a home screen. This is what you're going to see when you log in. First thing you want to do is click on this. I automatically got right over here to the Market Watch. All these usually will pop up. Just uncheck them all because the only thing I'm looking for are dividend stocks that are paying a dividend today. There can be 4 dates you need to keep in mind. The announcement date, the EX dividend date, which just so happens to be today, the date of record, which is 2 trading days from today because you have to go through that settlement period. And then there's the payment date when you actually expect to get a check. All right, so Monday there was 30 companies. Tuesday there was 14. Wednesday was 35. Yesterday there was 49. And today there's 37. So that's quite a bit of stocks just for this week. So how do you decipher on picking which ones to trade? Simply put, as a member of our 10-Minute Trader membership group, we have software that you can use. Let me quickly show it to you. Here's one piece of software here. This one, you insert one stock at a time, and it shows you 10 years of data, one on top of the other. 10 years. These red dots right here represent the dividend date. To the left of the dividend date is 10 days prior to the dividend date. From the right side of the dividend date, it goes 90 days until the next dividend. Okay, so we'll look at that 90-day, that 100-day period, 10 days before the EX date, and 90 days after, because we want to see if we buy this, how long we're going to hold it on average in order to collect that dividend, get out, and get on to the next company. Okay, that's one piece of software. Here's another piece of software right here. You can put as many stocks in here as you like. It's going to spit out the numbers. Let me briefly go over these with you. AT&T, Ford, Microsoft, IBM. You heard of them all. These are the numbers are going to look like. 10 years worth of data, how long it took for the company's stock to hit either 50% of the dividend, 75% of the dividend, or 100% of the dividend. I like to go by the 100% number, and on the average, this is how long it took. So the first one, I don't like it because 18 days is almost a whole month because it's 5 trading days in a week. So that's 3.5 weeks. No, thank you. Ford, the second one. Let's slide up a little bit. It's missing some data, so no thank you on that one. This one, Microsoft, I can deal with, and IBM, I can deal with. IBM is one of the few companies you'll always see nothing but one. So that's like a no-brainer for me. So either one of these, Microsoft or IBM, is what we're going to be looking at. Click on here, and it'll take you right to Yahoo Finance, the 10-year chart to see how well the stock has worked over the past 10 years. All right, I want 10 years. That's the max. Let's go to 10. So over the last 10 years, IBM was at 94. Now she's at 175, which is almost 100% increase over the last 10 years. So that looks good. So you have 2 pieces of software telling you it looks good. And if you're part of our membership group, you're going to receive this in your mail every week. The beginning of the week, first thing Monday morning, you're going to receive this 6 a.m. What this is I actually take all the stocks that are going EX for the whole week. I put them into the software and I send you out a list. So if you really don't want to deal with it and don't want to deal with the time and effort to do it, I send you the list. Okay, that's that list. And here's this list. 2 different pieces of software, both doing 2 separate things. That's not what I'm here to show you though. Okay, once you get the software, once you get access to the software, you can take all these stocks that you want to take, insert it into the software, whichever one looks good, do it, and then buy it. What we're going to do is we're going to pick one, ARLP, and we're going to stick that trade. ARLP is right there. Now, you just click on the ask, hover the cursor right over the ask, click it, and it automatically populates it for you. How many shares you want? It's order to buy, 100 shares, ARLP, and the price the limit order, day, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you want to do a trigger trade, this is what you need to do. First off, you want to change the order from limit to a market order, or you can leave it as limit order. Totally up to you. I like to do market order, hit the send button, and then walk away. Okay, to get here, we are going to hit advanced orders. Hit on the drop down box, open that up. We want to come first triggers sequence. Click on that. Okay, what you do now is bring your cursor right over the buy, right click on that. You want to slide down here to where it says create an opposite order. Okay, what you just did is you created an order exactly opposite of what it is you just did. So you buy 100 shares, second order, sell 100 shares. Now you want to do this as a, what do you call it? That's not working right. Because we want to do a that's not right either. Something didn't go right. First triggers sequence. First trigger sequence. Okay. Get out of there. Don't have to. Hey everyone, this is James coming to you from the 10-Minute Trader. We are looking to get started with some brief explanation on how to quickly find the dividend stocks, how to put them into the calculators, how to figure out what to buy, how to do it exactly. It is 2/16/31, Friday, February 3rd, and we're going to show you quickly how we find, insert into the calculators, and actually make the trigger trades. It might be a little confusing at first, but roll with the punches. Here we go. First thing I want to do is I want to log into my Thinkorswim. This is basically what you're going to see right off the bat. Tells you what day it is, tells you what's going on, a little bit of ticker symbol, what new, all that kind of nice stuff. You want to pay attention to that, hey, that's up to you. I don't even bother looking at it. Click there, get out of there. Monitor gives me an overview of what's happening. We got a couple of orders open. We got these orders that we filled today. My profit and loss year to date, 11,690. It's almost 12% for the first 4 or 5 weeks. I want to go to Market Watch. First thing I want to do, what's going to happen is it's going to pop up. You can look for the date. Today's date is February 3rd. Okay. A week of February 3rd, we have 30 companies on Monday, 14 companies on Tuesday, 35 companies Wednesday, 49 companies yesterday, and 37 companies today. That's an awful lot to choose from. How do you figure out which ones to choose? All right, well, point taken. Now, I can't cut and paste these into the software. Thinkorswim doesn't allow me to do that. However, there are places that you can get the whole list online, or if you're part of our membership group, this is what you would receive once a week. I take all those stock symbols, I put them in our software for you. This is what pops up in your email box 6 a.m. every Monday morning. A brief rundown of who's doing what, where, why, and when. That's one piece of software. Here's the other piece of software. Now, the two different pieces of software, each one does something specific. Okay, so when you get in more depth into the members area, I'll share with you which software is looking for what, doing what strategy. All right, get out of there. One piece of software is right here. Most of the time, you can put everything in here and hit the go button. Okay, first off, let me get rid of these two so I can briefly explain it to you. Okay. Those four right there, T, which is AT&T, F is Ford, Microsoft, and IBM. T is for AT&T, F is for Ford, MSFT is for Microsoft, IBM is for IBM. First thing you're going to see is a bunch of numbers, right? Probably don't make any sense at the moment. This first line here, these represent 50 is 50% of the dividend. Whatever the dividend is, 50% and how long it took to get to that. Okay, an average of 4 days to reach 50% of the dividend. If your dividend is 50 cents, 50% of that is 25 cents. If your dividend is 30 cents, 50% of that is 15 cents. So that move, if you're okay with it, That's how quick it takes, how long it takes to get there. This is 75% of the dividend, 100% of the dividend. This is the number I use right here, which is the average of all that put together. First off, I want to tell you AT&T is a great company. However, I'm going to be collecting the dividend. I want to get in, I want to get out, and I don't want to wait 3.5 weeks. It's 18.5 days. That's right around 3.5 weeks. 5 trading days in a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 18 days, that's 3.5 weeks. No thanks, we're getting rid of AT&T. Ford only has 5 years worth of data, and look at this. Missed the dividend there, missed it there, and missed it there. Do I want to do that one? No, I don't. Sorry, Ford. Only company that didn't take any money from the bailout, but not good enough for the stock investing. And Microsoft, 8 days, that's a week and a half. I can deal with that. IBM, 1 day, come on, no brainer. Get in, out, very same day. Why not? Right? I'll tell you why not. It's a $175 stock. How many can you buy with however much money you got? So if you're limited, get twice as much here and half as much there, but then look at the return on investment. $1.40 per share, 39 cents per share. So it might be better off going with IBM. You know, you're in and out in a day. Anyway, this right here where it says chart, you click on that, that brings you over to Yahoo Finance. 10 years worth of data on the Yahoo Finance. That's what it's preset for. If you want to change it to 1 day, 5 days, 6 months, the maximum, all you have to do is you click on it and it does whatever you want it to do. But it's preset to go for the 10 years because I want to see what it's going to look like possibly 10 years from now. So if I'm going to buy it, what's it going to look like in 10 years? Okay, we all know IBM's a great one. Probably going to do that one. So let's get out of there. That's one piece of software. Here is the other one. Okay, we just put in IBM and we hit plot chart because it's not up for dividend play at the moment. Get rid of that. Okay, what this does, it takes 10 years of data, puts it on top of one another. Okay, 2008, stock looked like that. 2009, it looked like that. 2010, it looked like that. So on and so forth down the line until we get to what the average looks like. Okay, that's what the average looks like. So you get in 10 days prior to today. What does it do? First 2 days she jumps up, comes back down, goes sideways for a little bit, then she goes up. Nice. Gives you an idea of what's going to happen. Not guaranteed, but just an idea. Okay, so that's 2 pieces of software I just showed you. Again, we go into this. We do the weekly optionable stock. Now, weekly optionable stock is great because every week coming into the dividend play, you have 2 or 3 plays that you can make with a weekly option. Okay, let's get out of there and let's. What was that? DAL. All right, look at that. DAL 3M. Let's do one of those. Okay, we come back to here. Okay, what I want to do is today is February 3rd, so we're going to look at. I'll show you how well this works. Okay, 10 days prior to this, we're looking at ARLP, which is Alliance Resource Partners. They're paying a 43-cent dividend. ARLP, come over here, look at the 1 year chart. This is what it looks like. She starts out the year at 1290, drops down on the end of February at 1023, then she shoots up to a high all the way up right around election time, 1110, which is November 10th. From 1110th, she goes sideways to where she is now, which is 2315. Now, if we wanted to get in today to collect this dividend, we would have had to have gotten in 10 days ago. Okay, 10 days ago from today, 10 trading days ago from today, today's the 3rd, would have been the 20th, but we would have wanted to get out on the 10th day. So we want to get out yesterday. So 10 days from yesterday is the 19th. Okay, so we're looking at the 19th. And there's the 19th right there. Okay, so pay attention to these numbers right here. O is for the opening of the day, H is the high of the day, L is the low of the day, and C is for the closing of the day. On the 19th, this stock opened up at 21.90. So we're going to take the 21.90, add the dividend, which is 43 cents. That brings our target price up to 21.90 plus 43 is 22.33. Okay, so how many days did it take this stock to get to 22.33? Okay, remember, pay attention to this number right here, which is the high of the day. Okay, first day she opened up at 21.90. The high of the day was 22.20. Second day, she opened up at 22.20, and the high of the day is 22.37. So you would have been out on the second day. So let me ask you this. Would you want to buy the stock, hold it for the 3-day holding period, wait until the date of record, sell it after the date of record, and then wait the 2 or 3 weeks, the 2 weeks to get your dividend, or 2 days in, out, you got your money already in your account? Kind of like a no-brainer. That's why I designed the software. Now let me show you quickly how to do a trigger trade. Okay, this is all fine and dandy. When you do a trigger trade is more information RLP, and we want to trade it. Okay, this is going to pop up when you trade. Okay, the last, changed, bid, ask. We want to left click on the ask button. I only need one of these, thank you. Okay, left click on the ask button and pops up. Let's delete that. Okay, one of them pops up. Now how we're going to do a trigger trade is simple. We want to do advanced orders. Click on this. The drop down box opens up. We want to click on first triggers sequence. Next we want to do is right click on the buy and open. The drop down box opens up to where it says create opposite order. Click on that, and there you go. Now it's creating an opposite order, but when it comes to link, it says is it manual? So we have to change it and do it manually. We wanted to do it automatically, so we want to do it by a trigger, which is the second one down. TRG is trigger. Now the next box over is how we want that to be triggered. The first thing that usually pops up is a plus or minus, which means the stock goes up or the stock goes down. How much we're looking at. Now remember, the dividend is 43 cents. So we want to add to the positive side 0.43. Now make sure it's positive and not a negative. Okay? Once it hits an additional 43 cents on top of what it is when we get into it, then we'll be out. Now, the order is also something you need to remember. First thing you want to do is change it or not change it. It's going to be totally up to you. I like to do these the night before, and I always do it as market order. So first thing in the morning at 9:31 a.m. 9:31 a.m. all my orders get filled. Okay, I like to do it at market, and then on the sell order is going to be a limit order. Means I want the limit, the 43 cents, and I want it to be, now the GTC stands for good till cancel. It's an order good until I cancel it. I want to do the GTC EXT, which means extended time. Then you hit your send button, and what it's going to do is it's going to populate and tell you what it looks like. I buy 100 shares at the market, sell 100 shares, triggered by a 43 cent increase, triggered from trade number 1. Okay, tells you how much it's costing me, blah, 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 all this, all that. Then I hit the send button, and then I get it. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I already showed you earlier. Now, if you want to save the order, you come here to the little clipboard, click on it, and it allows you to label it however you want to label it. Okay, you take it out there, and you can write potato chips. I don't know. You do whatever you want. Okay. You can label it however you want to label it. And then you hit save. Okay, once it's saved, get out of there. You come up, put the cursor on the ask, right click it, and this drop down box opens up. Okay, bring the cursor down to the buy custom, slide across, and then you click on whatever one you just saved, and then it pre-populates it down the bottom. Here's your buy order, here's your sell order, the amount of shares, the stock symbol, it's triggered. This one is by 37 cents. That way I can just go in and I just change that. And these are already preset. Then I hit confirm, and it tells me my order. Buy this, sell that, triggered by this, blah, 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 triggered by the first, say. And that, oops, no, I don't want to do that. That's just my example. I don't want to buy it. Okay, that's just how you do it. Okay, I'm out of here. So if you have any other questions, we will see you hopefully on the next video. If you have any questions, send me a question. I will shoot